I was raised in a family where having kids was very much like a definition of success. Like having a family, raising kids, that's how you were successful as a woman. But I was concerned for most of my 20s that I wouldn't be able to have kids. My mom had a very interesting pregnancy journey. She was trying to get pregnant at a young age, 25 to 28, and just not getting pregnant. And when she consulted with her doctors about it, he pulled a big book off the shelf and looked up why she wasn't getting pregnant in the book right in front of her. And he said, you either have a brain tumor or some other answer. And she was absolutely furious, stormed out of there, and she went through what at the time was the most advanced fertility treatments that they had. And she had a brain tumor. That's why she wasn't getting pregnant. She had a benign brain tumor on her pituitary gland that was affecting her hormones. And they didn't actually diagnose it until after she'd had her kids. But she was very open about how hard it was for her to get pregnant. She, I think, shared it mostly out of trauma, wanting to share her story. But I did take away from it that this was going to be hard. And then later, my sister and a couple of my aunts really had trouble with miscarriage. So I always felt like if this happens for me, that's not just lucky, but it's going to be like a feat accomplishment that I couldn't predict. So I was very afraid of that. And I was even, researching freezing my eggs. And I was about 32, I think, when I started looking into it. 34 when I really started doing the consultations. And that all of that gave me a lot of pause, for sure. I think on the face of things, you're like, oh, we have options now. Women in our 30s can just put the eggs in the freezer. And it's like, no, this is a significant medical undertaking that involves multiple doctor's appointments over a series of weeks and months that are, interrupting your day, not to mention hormones, right? So, the more I looked at it, the less comfortable I felt with any of it. And not just the financial investment, but the part where you take hormones and they're going to change how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your body, how you experience the world. And and then like the medical community kind of glosses over that, like, oh, that's just something you're going to do. And you can handle anything to get to that end. And gosh, that's so freaking scary. It's so scary to think that way. And also, I don't think that's true. I'm still stunned when I look back at it.